home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Santa Clara. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throwing first play is Lance. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to have it here just past the 25. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Lance. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Lance going to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
On first down, Lance. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
To throw again on second down, Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and now it's 3rd and 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and hold it.
Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's a quick throw out wide by Lance, complete. Touchdown 49ers! Brandon Ayuk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Murray now. And his throw here's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
From the gun, Murray. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Here's Murray. It's brought in by Harris. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Now Murray again. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, it's Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. The Niners had 5-8, 3 games under 500. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. On 2nd and 7, Lance. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the gun, McCaffrey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Lance. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Got his target, Samuel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Here's Lance to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown. Elijah Mitchell. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Drake Jackson, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot, and here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Murray. He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. Touchdown, Cardinals. Robbie Anderson, 40 yards. And the Cardinals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the 27, Lance. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. A final shot before half from Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 31. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Murray going to throw. That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
McCaffrey running up the middle.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Now when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
That's caught by Ayuk on the slant.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
They'll run with Mitchell.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. Second and goal.
Here's Lance.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. Touchdown 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the third sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get that one complete to counter. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Now Murray off play action. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They fake the handoff, now Murray. And he'll just get rid of it.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Murray. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey McBride, 33 yards. And the Cardinals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Taken in at the 3. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Ready? Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Ready? Lance getting this out wide to Ayuk.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Niners on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. 43 yards on the ground for him so far. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the 49ers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been. Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Cardinals will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at the 45. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Now a play fake. Lance. They'll roll him out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And Lance now to throw. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Lance now on first down. That's complete to the tight end, Werner.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, not get free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 7, Murray, he's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Play fake. Murray. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble at 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down.
And my goodness, another interception. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Ready? That one looks like he'll throw here. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Yannick Ngakoue. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. Under pressure, they got him again. Dexter Lawrence, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now Lance.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Ready, ready.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Strike 2. Field blue. Green back.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down.
He's going to take another shot here. And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cards come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers,
You get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for San Francisco, their battle to finish